morning, folks. Good morning, folks. Hello. This is Rich Vernadeau with the Rich Vernadeau Show Live. I'm coming from spending time about an hour of watching Karlin Borishenko, the candidate in New Hampshire for governor, responding to 6X. There has been kind of a Twitter war going on between them recently, and it was very interesting. Her response to him was very amusing and interesting and well informed. She's doing a study now on what triggers people, and apparently certain things triggered Sticks. Sticks Hexenhammer, shout out to him, is very entertaining watching. The Tim Pool Show, very entertaining. Adam Krigler, very entertaining. And I have discovered Tim Pool's sister recently, Lisa Pool. And what's really fascinating, there's a whole culture of YouTube creators responding to other YouTube creators, sort of debates, feuds, reactions. You can absolutely get caught up in that. And one of the things I'm trying not to do is to take sides with anybody because I find all of it incredibly entertaining. It's drama taken to a high art. Because most of it is very intelligent and reasoned and articulate, and each content creator is coming from their personal viewpoint. Sometimes there's a lot of different issues involved, ethical issues, moral issues, how you treat people issues, people's triggers, what triggers people, how people react, their emotional reactions. So it's a study in psychology. It's a study in human behavior to watch the different creators, the YouTube creators and their channels, and how they react to one another, particularly when provoked, when challenged, when somebody, calls them out on something. You'll see different creators respond differently. So it's interesting and entertaining. Many people have very long live shows that go on for hours, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. Many people have been doing this live show thing a whole lot longer than I have. I am relatively new to the live format. I like it. It's fun. I will have guests from time to time. Over a period of time, I will tackle bigger issues in greater detail. A lot of people seem to be focused on economics and politics, and that's fine. Every creator has their particular slant, their particular niche, their particular group of followers. And of course, this develops over time, as you get more followers and more viewers and more subscribers. And some of this stuff, some of these people, have blown up and gone viral. There's people now that have, hundreds of thousands of followers. Sticks would be an example of that. I think he's pushing 500,000 now on YouTube alone, and he's on various other, so am I, by the way, various other platforms, such as Rumble, such as Odyssey, such as BitChute, such as Brockian. YouTube's not the only game in town. It just happens to be the biggest game in town, and it has what they call first mover advantage because YouTube started out back in 2005, 6, 7. I think 2007 is when it actually began to be online everywhere. You can look it up on Wikipedia and study the history of YouTube. But basically, having your presence on online platforms, it's very interesting. It's very fun. You will get a lot of people reacting in different ways. And in fact, I've got my chat going. If anybody watching wants to say something, I'm certainly going to respond to what you have to say. I'm trying to go a little bit longer today. As I begin to do more and more live shows, I intend to run a little bit longer than I have before. Now, about 2 years ago, during the early part of the pandemic, I did do a show in the evening. I did it from my Suburban. I would put the laptop on the dashboard and I would sit outside for about an hour in the late evening and just describe in March of 2020 what was going on. And that was fun and that was interesting. I've also hosted a call-in talk show before, and the episodes of that are here on my Richard Vernadeau channel. Just type in the word Daily Talk. That should pull up a bunch of them. I had a lot of cool guests, several from Pennsylvania. Shout out, of course, to the great Frederick Zappone, who's a good personal friend of mine, and he has a lot of books on Amazon, and he hosts several different groups on Facebook, self-help and self-improvement groups. I want to shout out, of course, to Becky Butchko up in Johnstown, Pennsylvania, who was on my show several times. She does a lot of the Johnstown 1889 flood research work. She's also written several books that are available on Amazon. Shout out to her. So I want to shout out to other content creators, and I want to say that I really do enjoy hosting live call-in shows, which I used to do and I may return to again. But I have a catalog of about 100 episodes, most of which you can view. I've broken them down into 3 and 4 part series there on YouTube, where you can watch part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4 of these different people. So by all means, please do so. Please leave comments. Once again, I know you hear this from every creator, but please give me a thumbs up, a like if you enjoy this show. Please subscribe. And please feel free to share any of my content, any of my videos that I've created on YouTube. Feel free to share it with friends and family and anyone else, because that increases the views. And one of the goals of any YouTube content creator is to broaden and expand and increase their audience. So I appreciate you being here. Have a wonderful day. This has been Rich Vernadeau with the Richard Vernadeau Show.